Hi there, how are you? Welcome back to M Talks. Today we live in a very uncertain, volatile, and a confusing kind of an environment. There are quite a few, chaos situations, conflict situations, calamities, both natural and otherwise happening around the world. And it's very difficult for us to make sense of it because we are not there firsthand. So whatever we get, the information is not something we can take at face value. So it's all very confusing. There seems to be no logic to what's happening. Okay. And the other thing is that we can't just sit back and think, okay, it's happening somewhere else. It's not going to bother me. But that's not the case because today the global geographic boundaries are almost non-existent. Anything that happens anywhere in any part of the world will have a ripple effect in our lives, whether we understand it, acknowledge it, or aware of it or not, it happens. So, what is it that we need to do? We need to constantly keep to be on the watch out, to be on the lookout, keep our eyes and ears open, and keep reprioritizing. And anyway, when we talk about priorities, the first and foremost, the topmost on the list would be safety. Obvious, right? Safety, not just physical, financial safety as well, because financial safety will ensure physical safety in the long run. And not just for ourselves, but for our families and dependents as well. So, what is it? What are the financial aspects that we need to consider to take a relook, to reprioritize, to revisit? We will go through one by one in terms of where the money needs to be put, where the money needs to stay, where the money needs to come out and has to be refocused. That's something which we will look at based on different options that we're going to talk about. And since there are going to be quite a few, I might have to break this video into more than one part, maybe 2 or 3 parts, because I would like to talk about this in detail so that it really makes sense, so that people can understand. And please, there are going to be some interesting, I would call it tips, I would say recommendations or suggestions that you may find useful. So please do watch it in detail so that you can actually benefit from it. I mean, that's the whole objective. I would love for you to benefit from this. Okay, so the first things, the safest and secure form of investment that I'm going to talk about is real estate. Okay, I always am in for real estate because it's safe. See, the important thing to understand is real estate that's available in this globe is finite. It cannot grow beyond a certain point, even if you were to reclaim sea land and all that stuff, or you reclaim from the sea, or whatever it is that that is being done these days, it would still be finite. There would be demand for it over and over again. And if you look at the way the market is today, if you look at the top 100 countries, out of that maybe 5% of these countries, the prices have come down. And that too marginally by about 3 to 5%. In all the other countries, real estate prices have only gone up, and to the tune of an average of 13%. So that's the global trend. So it is a very safe form of investment. And if you're already invested, and if, for example, let's say you blocked a lot of money in real estate and you need some money, there's a cash crunch. So you can always mortgage it with a bank and take the money. Or if you're already mortgaged, let us say that you're paying monthly mortgages to the bank. If you've been paying on a regular basis, you can take another mortgage, take a top-up loan. Or even let us assume that is not possible. You have one more option. You can restructure the loan in such a way that you can increase the tenure of the mortgage payments so that the regular payment quantum comes down. The other option is if you can find another bank which can give you a similar loan at a lower interest rate. This would reduce your mortgage burden as well. And here is one more advantage. The moment you do a balance transfer from one bank to the other, your loan eligibility with the bank with whom you were banking would still be available for you to utilize at a different point in time. So these are things that you should keep in mind before, trying to get a little panicky when things happen and, kind of get away from the real estate kind of investment. So my advice, end of the day, would be if you're invested in real estate, stay with it. This is not the time to get out of it or to sell it. The second one that I'm going to talk about is a semi-liquid investment, but something which people don't understand the value of. I'm talking about gold. Yeah, gold is sought after, yeah, fine, but people look at it from an ornamental perspective, to make jewelry, to adorn themselves, to make, some of them make gold plated cars and ships and cutlery and so on and so forth. But remember one thing, gold was the basis with which currencies were issued over a period of time. What is called the fiat money was issued based on the quantum of gold a country had. That is how valuable gold is. So gold, even though it can be volatile depending on how the market situations are and conflicts and so much that is happening because of which money becomes tight, so gold prices may vary and all that stuff. But remember, end of the day, that is a very important liquid asset that you can have, or liquid investment that you can make. But then people say, I'm not talking about again gold jewelry, I'm talking about gold in its original form, however you want to buy it. So then people talk about, but gold is cumbersome, where do I store it? I have an interesting solution for it. A lot of banks, a lot of people lend money on gold, right? And the interest rates, that they give out when it is a gold-based loan is very low, because gold, again, unlike real estate, is very liquid. If you don't pay, they can sell it off in no time and they can realize the value absolutely. There's going to be no damage, there's going to be no compromise for them. But in real estate, it will take a long time for them to recover the money. So gold, people would love to give you a loan on. So keep it with the bank. Keep it with somebody who's willing to mortgage. He is going to protect it. He's going to take care of it because you have a receipt saying that it's with him. So then the responsibility of storing it, protecting it, all that is not yours. And if it is with the bank, they have vaults and they have security systems, which expensive and very complex security systems. And this is what it is meant for. So let them take care of it. Okay, so what about the interest on the loan? You'll be paying interest, right? Look at it as a cost of hiring a bank locker or a storage facility. If you were to hire a storage facility, would you not be paying? Would that not be an expense? So look at the interest on the gold loan as a payment for the storage facility. And then you have the money available. So maybe you can buy more gold with it. Or you can actually use it for different purposes to take care of your cash flow situations. Or, to actually make life better for yourself. Think about it. And I'm going to stop with these two options here because, again, I don't want to make this video too long because it can become too, boring and confusing. So let me cut it short here. And I will meet you again with the next set of options. We will talk about them very soon. Till we meet again, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye for now.